The way we're going to do this is we've kind of imagined the future day in the life as an agent. As Gary said, an agent that wakes up and it's digitally based and physically enhanced. And so there's going to be two parts of this day. We're going to walk through kind of what we see that going. It's a quick little 30-second kind of clip to kind of paint that picture. And then we're going to talk about the products that we've been labbing, where we are on that, and then we're going to do some actual live breaking stuff because we're really good at that. And so with that, I think we have a quick video to play on kind of the overview, and then we're going to get right into the day in the life of a future agent. All right, so we'll see. We'll find out. So I want to set the scene really quick, and imagine that you wake up, and as Gary said, your alarm's going off, and you start your day. And so we want to start this kind of journey with imagining the day in the life of an agent. We're going to keep coming back to this to set the next section. So imagine that you start your day, and you start it with Kelle and Kelle Cloud.
Hey, Kelle, what do I have to do today? Hey, Kelle, show me my contacts that I have not contacted in the last 3 months.
So we imagine this world where Kelle, you wake up, and Kelle's going to basically look at your goals, look at your calendar, look at your database, and based off how you set up your business, understand what you want to do. Now, a couple things I got to say about Kelle just off the bat. Kelle will 100% be a full functioning app by the end of the year, with buttons and dashboards and everything we expect it to be. What we've been doing since we launched it was we had a universal navigation system, which was your voice. And we've been analyzing over 3 million interactions of how realtors want to play with Kelle. All of that data has been fed through our team of data scientists that's basically telling us how people want to engage with an assistant. And that's been really powerful for us as we move into the next phase of Kelle, which is actually building an assistant that's going to be able to answer all of your questions. And we'll walk through a couple of those things. Now, Lance, this is the dashboard, and Lance and Tom, I'm going to go to you on this one because you've been in most of the labs where we're talking about this dashboard. So Kelle and Command talk to each other seamlessly, and this is the dashboard. How many debates have there been around what the dashboard should and shouldn't be?
There was fistfights, wasn't it? There was so many conversations. I mean, literally thousands of different conversations on what it was going to look like, what colors needed to be in there, what design, what layout, what was going to be in the layout. Look at the calendar. What does the calendar look like? And what shows up on there? I mean, very cumbersome.
And so what you'll see here is they built is the ultimate customizable dashboard, which I can come in here and change my view based off my role. And so if I'm an ISA, I have a certain way of looking at my business. If I'm the rainmaker, I have a certain way of looking at my business. If I'm the support staff, I have a different way, or if I'm an agent. And all of these are customizable components, even so much as if you saw that it went from showing the goals on the right to a leaderboard. So you might, for you and your team, want to see what's the leaderboard on the metric that you want to see. And this was this gamification that came up, where you can, and Sarah, I don't know if you want to talk to that at all around where that kind of came from, where some people wanted to look at their goals, some people wanted to have internal leaderboard on appointment set.
I think it started with at Labs us showing. I'm big on putting the score up on the screen, and so on my team, you walk into my office and there's a screen and it has everyone's rankings and it has everyone's conversion and it's all public. And Josh said so who does who creates all this? I'm like, oh, it's manually. Every day, my CEO, who went on an appointment, did they get it signed? I mean, it's hours and hours to have the correct data. And I'm like, it would be awesome if we had a leaderboard depending on the role. So my ISAs compete with each other, my outside sales team competes with each other, to where in a friendly way, a nice way, but to know, okay, let's see who is winning the day. And depending on the day, and having that right in front of your forefront to where they don't have to go to another screen. So basically, there's one screen that they go to that they run their day out of. And there's no guessing, there's no having to click a million different places. They have on the left what they have to do, on the right they can keep track.
And no COO has to go fill in the data.
Correct.
And now Ty,
yes.
You, I believe, aren't a big fan of leaderboard, and you wanted to have their personal and team goals front and center.
Yeah, for us it's about really three things. You said, what do I want to do today? Which is where most agents are. And I think the question is, what do we need to do today, right? So that's what the task list is about. What do I need to do today? And then for us, calendaring what's already scheduled and where do those fit into my day and my life.
You'll see is why I made it to the dashboard on the bottom right.
And then progress against a goal. I mean, for our current solution, it does a great job of tracking what's happened. It doesn't do a great job of tracking where we are against where we want to be. And we want to be able to do this on an individual agent level so that we can really dive into making sure they succeed. And then that individual agent success will roll up to a location success, to a region success, to the overall business success.
And so what you'll see here is that Ty's dashboard might look like this, and Sarah's dashboard would look more, when we go through the animation, where you would actually show you the leaderboard and a different type of role. And so we basically worked with, and there was about 10 other permutations that we worked through, but the dashboard is completely customizable based off your function, your role, and how you want to run your business.
You can click and drag any of those.
100%, it's customizable, and we'll have widgets that we have in there, or you can just type in your own thing. So this is where Aaron could come in and say, I don't care about the leaderboard or the goals. I'm going to have my monthly what's happening in this market front and center, so everyone sees that first thing to log in. You can make that decision on how you want your command set up for you and your team.
And every role operates differently. So like we talked about for the ISA, a new lead comes in, they're on the phone and they're working their day, a new lead comes in, it automatically goes to their dashboard of the next person they need to call without having to go to a different screen for the ISA.
That's right.
The support staff, it's different. So it's awesome to have it. Most systems, it's not in any way like that. All the dashboards are the same. It's almost like all of them think our businesses run with just agents, which they're not.
Well, so the second piece that we worked through that we saw in the day in life is that she was actually saying, hey, Kelly, who haven't I contacted in 3 months? Finding the people, calling them, interacting. And so we kind of buckled that into contact management. And again, massive debates, healthy, awesome debates. And what this ultimately came down to, I'll summarize from my purview, is I want it to do these amazing things, Josh, but don't make me change habits that I've already built with Salesforce or Boomtown or whatever it is, right? And that's fair. So what we ended up building is this ability to come in here, and we call these smart views. And so you can come in and change out the, go back one more time, start the animation. I can go through and set up these filters. And these filters might say something around the fact of, show me people how recently they've joined from this lead source, assigned to these people or in this tag or however you want to filter it. Any data object we have, you can customize your view. And then you can actually change how your contact database looks. So we have an expanded view, we have a collapsed view, we can change the order of the fields that show up. And so people are really going to come here and say, Lance, you're going to say, I'm going to have my Infusionsoft or my Confusionsoft smart view. And so that everyone on my team that's used to seeing that are going to be able to see all my data come over, and I can continue running my business how I've always run it. I don't have to learn a new system. And that was a really important piece that you guys really dove into us at the labs.
And every time you change the layout, it remembers it for the next time and forever on.
And everyone on your team has a different view. Like
right.
the ISA could have their view, the buying agents could have their views, and so forth and so forth. And so you'll see what's happening here is we're actually going through and we're building out a contact, and you can actually share contacts amongst your team. So this is really important if you have a buying agent that's working with an assistant, or you have we'll talk about why you designed it this way.
Well, and you can take a contact and share it with somebody else from a whole nother state, in another business via Kelle, and provide a referral seamlessly.
That's absolutely right. The other key component about this is everything's tied into the same contact record. And so you can see here that the timeline or the activity feed of that contact, every phone call, and that's integrated with Kelle. So if you text message or make phone calls through Kelle, which is your number that you own, it tracks it automatically. Kelle also looks at your calendar, so all of your appointments that you set on your phone or through your email get tracked, all of your emails get tracked, and any appointments that you say. And all of those are interacted there. And then as Gary said, as we roll out more and more experiences, those will be integrated. So for instance, if you're with Kelle Mortgage, all the mortgage events are going to show up right in this activity timeline right there. And once we have our new consumer app, all those will show up there as well. And so we have a universal place on everything you want to see about that consumer in one place. Right next to that is all the contracts you're working with them, all the team members assigned to them, all the marketing plans they're working with them, all the notes assigned to them. And that was really important to you guys for all of this to be in one place at one fingertip without a lot of button clicks.
Right.
Anything you guys want to add there? I'm going to keep going. The other really cool thing that came out of labs was this idea that I can broadcast a note. So Lance and his team have this program that if there's ever a reason that they need to let everyone know about something at the same time, well, now you can come inside to your notes, add a note, check a box, and anyone assigned to that lead will get notified immediately, this just happened, you need to know this, and they don't have to go log in or do anything, and that was a pretty cool idea, I thought.